we should be live again. Okay, back live. There was some hiccups, but I want my terminal session to have the same path as my terminal session in the app as my macOS terminal. Is there an API or some kind of way to achieve that? Because I want to avoid for people to have to install codecs in the terminal session of my app. That doesn't make any sense. You can make the in-app terminal inherit the same path by starting as a login shell. That loads the, okay, let's see, bin, let's see if that works. Can set operation not permitted. Relogin, okay, and should resolve codecs. If you want, I can patch. Is that a good approach, considering other people might not have what would be a feasible approach to ensure we have access to the codecs command? I'm going to assume people have codecs or Claude installed when installing my app. So I want to figure out how to do that. That makes, okay. Short answer, yes. The best general approach is to launch the user's login shell, not hardcode CSH. That way, each user's path setup is respected, whether they use CSH bash official. Yeah, exactly. Why this works. Login shells load the user's path setup files. Okay, that's what I want. Use a shell from the environment, fallback to launch it as a login shell. Keep the rest the same. If you want, yes, please. That will work for users. Okay, let's do that and let's see if that fixes it. That would be so cool if that worked. Let me just restart. Let's do that. I can document it now on, as AJ asked, I can market it now on Twitter, on X. Oh yeah, I'm live here too, so how does it look like here? How does it look like? Okay, that looks nice. But my voice is not as loud. I feel like the background music could be a little bit quieter. How about we increase it to by 0.3? Let's compare it. Sorry, I'm gonna view it here for a moment. Let's do this. Quote it. Codecs implemented. Okay, got a terminal running now natively. Oh, actually, I like a screenshot better. Is that working now? Can set operation permitted. Oi. Where are we? Well, we are there. Okay. Can we say codecs? Ah, we can't. Still can't. Let's do this. Code 1 and post it somewhere. Okay. Can't find the command codecs for some reason. Gotta make sure. Path. Oh, is cache tag already working? Gotta okay, next challenge is to make work from there. Cool. All right. I think this is better. This is better. If you want, I can also add a small fallback check to detect when shell is missing or non-executable and log warning. And log a warning. Yeah, because that didn't work, right? Why did this one not work? CSH can't set the TTP preparation not permitted. I am seeing, wait, on when the terminal session launches, I see, goddamn, why can I not copy from there? PGRP, operation not permitted. Ideas? Let's ask this one first and then freezed. Hey Hazim, is it still freezed? Can you tell? It works for me. Augie's watching and commenting. Yeah. I love
his fiance.
Yeah.
His fiance.
I don't know. What would you doubt? Let's see if we can get the terminal working. Let me just check really quick. Oi. Okay.
I shut up. Immediately.
That's not what I mean. I wanted to let you know my thoughts. That okay, perfect. All right. Okay, good. That warning is expected when the shell can take control of the PTY's process group. In SwiftTerm's own source, it notes that local process terminal view generally requires app sandbox to be disabled for full functionality. Your target currently has enable sandbox, yes. So, okay, disable sandbox for the target, signing and capabilities, app sandbox off. This is the correct fix. Okay, any issues with disabling sandbox if I want to release on macOS App Store or have people install. Well, let's just ask that, right? Because I don't know what that entails. Suppress the warning by disabling job control. Add M to the RX monitor mode off. This avoids the call but doesn't fix sandbox limitations. Okay. Short answer, yes. It's a problem for the Mac App Store. The Mac App Store requires App Sandbox to be enabled. Disabling it will get you rejected. Explicitly expects the sandbox to be off for full functionality. That means no macOS distribution. Okay, you can disable sandbox and it will work as intended. You should keep sandbox on and a local shall be unreliable or blocked. Excuse me. If your goal is MAS, you'll likely need to avoid launching a local shell entirely or move it to a separate non-sandbox helper outside mass distribution, which also won't be allowed on Mac Store App Store. Do you plan to ship? Actually, I plan on people downloading it from my website after paying like $10. Look, my spelling is perfect. In that case, disabling App Sandbox is acceptable and is the cleanest way to behave correctly. The main trade-off is you lose the sandbox built-in protection, so you'll want to be deliberate about what your app can access. You are already using security scoped bookmarks, which is good. I want to disable sandbox. Go do it. I'm going to distribute this app through the website then instead. macOS App Store won't be happening. So be it. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that fixes it. Oh, what is that? Oh, we have no markdown file selected. Let's do that. Oh, interesting how it looks like. Disable sandbox. Okay, what about now? Let's relaunch it. Oh, now, because, interesting. So that's a bug. Look at it. We got codecs going, no? Summarize recent commits. Can we do something here? Hello. Why is it saying summarize recent commits? Can you update? Wait, what is a debug thing? Can we check? Look, this is what I want to do. Now we have codecs running in the directory where we have our markdown files, and I want to see, can you update the readme md and add a brief description of what this app does. Keep it super short. All right, let's see if we can do that. Inspecting readme. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if we can live view. Oh yeah, awesome, it already did that. Okay, can you add maybe 2-3 sections with more explanation? So now we have, that's awesome. And then how about some code blocks? This is exactly what I mean. Now I can use codecs to do that. And then it will add, hopefully, come on, whatever is useful. So do something. There we go. Is that working? Open. Cool. That's exactly what I mean. Okay. Remove everything but the title. Cool. If I go over here, it should be restarting. Oh no, if I choose a new folder, it should be restarting the terminal session. Oh, it goes there instead. Where are we? No, let's quit codecs. We're still here. Now, well, that's interesting. There's going to be some bugs, as it seems, but the MVP is working. We can choose back. Let's go back to README. See, it tries to go there, which is not going to work. How about here? How about this? When I switch folders, the terminal session is not restarted, but instead a cd command is tried to be executed. I want a new folder, new directory to restart the session entirely. That's the goal. Irias. Hey guys, I hope you all have fun today. I need to watch it later. Thank you, Martin. Yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I hope you'll have fun watching it later. I think it's gonna be interesting. Let's see what Twitter is saying, if anything. Okay, this is still working. Cool. Wow, it's a lot of implementation here to change that. That seems risky. I should have committed the working version of the terminal right now, just in case it breaks anything. Next working directory, pending working directory URL. Alright, it made changes. Let's see if it compiles still. So okay, we are here because that's the directory we remembered. Let's go to Momoko and exit. Now adopts terminal view delegate. When a new directory is set while the shell is running, it sends exit, waits for process terminated, and then starts a new shell in the folder. This avoids the just run a CD behavior. Wanting to restart immediately, even if exit fails, we can add a timeout fallback. Can we not instantiate a new version? Maybe? Would that be cleaner? The exit didn't work, by the way. Let me see if that works. We're making small progress. Actually, I could have said, please remove all the changes you just did, because it did a lot of changes. And I don't know if they're all necessary because it actually didn't work. Didn't do what we wanted it to do. But that would be basically my workflow. Instead of being in this terminal, I'll be in this terminal instead. Is it executing exit? What is it doing? I'm just down. I'm just gone. Let's wait. Let's wait and see. This is going to be my tool. This is going to be my tool and Xcode to do stuff. All right, it did a lot of things. Implement recreating the entire terminal container view keyed by folder URL. Okay, it removed the delegate stuff. Okay, great, it removed this code. Oi. Getting in. Getting an error message in content view in content view.swift online 102. Also, why is this content view so big now? Actually, it's not that big. But this could be a non view, I think. Return. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's all it needed. See how lazy. I could add this. I could have added this return value keyword. Anyway, okay, we got this one. So codex is working, right? Let's try that. Codex is working. Cool. Got it. What would you like me to do? Okay, let's switch the folder. Oh wow, what happened? This whole thing jumped, no? No, it's just... Okay. Oi, this doesn't look nice. Codex. Okay, let's just see if this works. Can you add a code block example in the README MD about how to implement a navigation split view? So it's working on it, and then it will explore this MD file and then add a code block to it. It's just, there we go. Thank you. You're welcome. Cool. That's very cool. Now, what we can do is, we can just make this shorter and post it. So it's reading this. Just takes a little bit too long for my taste but I guess it works. Nice. Okay, we can do it like here. And then I can open it in GIF Sky and make it a GIF instead with 14 frames per second. Hopefully it's not too large to post on Twitter. I don't like that it's not clearing, but that's just small optimizations we can do maybe later. Okay, cool. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Can now use codecs from the Markdown viewer. And plus update your game plan all from one place. Let's add that. Okay, I think that's cool. And now we can just say that's a good MVP because it works, right? And we can commit that. And optimize it from here because it's working, right? So we want to add it or integrate it, a terminal, make it work, make it have access to codecs, disable sandbox. I think that's it, right? That's what we did. Pushed. So what can we optimize here? So for some reason, when I launch codecs in the terminal, but it works, the line where I write my input has something like a placeholder text with a suggested prompt. It doesn't write test for file. Oh, it is a. Okay, the formatting is not right. That's why we do see that placeholder. It's normal. I was thinking it's not normal, but okay. Terminal session works great. Switch directory and restarting terminal works great, but formatting of terminal is different from when I launch codecs on my macOS. I wanted to find out how to fix that. Screenshot of the in-app terminal Mac. Okay, sure. A screenshot output of echoes term and tech. Okay, both terminals outputs. I did not set colors or themes for codecs. I think codecs is doing that somehow. Why would the terminal in the app not honor it? Why would it not honor it? Right? So if I say Command C, yeah, it's not even clearing everything. Let's launch codecs again. It's launching it from the top. Okay, we got the square box, that's nice. And formatting yeah. Capable environment bars when launching the shell. Add and call it true to the environment you pass into start process. Okay, 2 concrete fixes. Codecs colors are driven from capabilities, not a theme file. In your app, we launch the shell with the apps environment, okay, which typically does not include color term because graphic user interface apps don't get terminal apps environment. That makes codecs or any command line interface fall back to simpler formatting. Let SwiftTerm supply defaults, then merge path. SwiftTerm defaults to xterm 256 when environment is nil, but will pass a custom environment to get path. So you can build the environment by taking SwiftTerm defaults and then overriding path from process info. What approach do you recommend best? You can patch it. You should patch it. Best approach, merge SwiftTerm's default environment with your app's path. So you keep proper terminal capabilities and use a path. That's the most reliable way to get ANSI calls and formatting while still finding tools like codecs. Yeah, I want to still find them. If you want, I can update To start from terminal, get environment variables, inject override path and shell from process info environment, optionally add color true color if it's missing. Please do. Okay, let's see. Oi. Oh. Please do that. And let me fix this here. Hey. Transform, edit, crop on the top. I would say, oi, 40 less, let's do 10 less. And then here, one less, actually, one less and 0. And then position down. Can you see stuff? I don't know. In the bottom, I suppose we can keep it, leave it like that. Leave it like this. Did it? It did it. Let's see if it works. If you want, I can also expose column as user configurable setting. Oh, look at this, so much nicer. Yeah. Let's see if Codex now looks better. Oh, Codex doesn't look nicer, but at least the command line looks nicer. Let's go back. Ooh, that's so good. Okay, that's an improvement. What's the diff? So let's see, updated the terminal environment to merge default with your app's path and shell, and add color term true color. If it's missing, this should make ANSI color formatting in the app. Okay, change that. If you want, I can also expose settings. No, I don't need the. Okay, terminal now respects your system terminal formatting, colors, etc. Because the nice thing is, now I also see my branch here and stuff. This is really good. And even that is fixed now. Okay, cool. I see my terminal respect my system terminals formatting. That's awesome. But when I launch Codex on my system, I see the font being white for the, what is it? For the tip. Section, and rather gray for the placeholder area where I type my prompt. The area for the prompt also looks like a dark gray box. This styling is not visible in my app's Codex session. Why? Why? Okay. I wonder if I'm shadow banned a little bit. I don't have any reach. Oh, we can close that and that. let's see, we pushed that change, so cannot mess that up. I really like the way it looks now. And what did we learn about downloading, what was it? The documentation? Yeah, this, right? Swift term. Cool. Use syntax. Okay, that's expected. Swift term does not read terminal app profiles. It uses its own default color palette and background. So, okay, the dark gray box is just ANSI background colors in your app. They're blending into the terminal's default background. Yes. To make it match, you have to explicitly set the palette background in Swift term to two common options. Use the system text colors, call configure native colors on the terminal view, install a custom 16 color palette to mirror your terminal's app profile. If you want it to look the same as your terminal, tell me which terminal profile you use or share it, and I can write that palette. I don't know how to give you the info you want. Okay, which one do you recommend for best user experience? I don't know how to give you the info you want. For the best user experience across users, I recommend configuring native colors as the default. It respects the system text background colors and feels consistent with macOS. If you want an exact match to the terminal app's profile, you'll need to install a custom 16 whatever. So I do, for consistency and accessibility, optional add a setting that lets power users pick a palette. If you want, I can add, okay, I like number 1 and don't like 2. I don't like power user configurations here. No need to overcomplicate. Let's see if that works. That is a simple change. It's a simple change. Is it working? No, not working, dude. Okay. Let me show him how that looks like. So this is did not work. Here is my app's terminal look when I launch Codex. Let me give you the terminal look if I launch Codex on my macOS terminal app. And then we got terminal here, launch Codex here. Okay, let's actually go into a project instead. And do that and paste it in here. There we go. Can you actually hear me? I don't hear anything from here. Strange. Can you hear anything? Oh yeah, it does work. It should work there. I see. Okay, never mind. It doesn't work. You can hear me. Okay, back to here. Oh, it's still working. But I like the way it looks already. It's pretty cool. What if the terminal is on top? I don't know. Maybe you can make it change. So what is it? What you're seeing is expected with Swift terms. Does not read terminal app profiles. It uses, yeah, we know that. So the visual differences in your screenshots line up with those facts. If you want to match it, the only real options are install a custom anti-palette that matches your terminal, add dim rendering or support, requires modifying Swift term. Since you prefer not to do a palette, the next best small change is to implement dim rendering in Swift terms. For example, alpha to the foreground when dim is set. That would fix the gray text touching the palette if you want. Explain the approach outlined in number 1. Get it from my terminal. In terminal app preference profile, select profile color tab, read the values, convert those in Swift term color objects, call them where it goes. Can I get the infos and values you need from me via command line interface? I wonder. Setting profile, and now those are the values. Yes, terminal app stores its profile calls and you can grab them from Command. How about you run it and retrieve what you need from me yourself? Don't be so lazy, do it yourself. Very cool. What does the latest screenshot look like? We got terminal working, but the styling, I guess the styling is not nice. Alrighty. I'm thinking I didn't code a single line and we made so many changes and a big feature implementation here. We can implement the next to toggle it smaller and bigger in case we want to, we want to review it. Let's see if it fixes our issue here. Omar, hey, welcome to the stream. How's it going? What's up? We are vibe coding a markdown viewer with an integrated terminal, so we can have codecs manipulate the markdown file as we are reviewing it. That combination, I don't think it exists because there was no need for it, right? Read markdown I feel like we should have a settings to enable disable terminal for people who just want to read their markdown files, and then for people who want to use it with codecs, they can have it enabled. We will add the settings in a moment. Setting. Select an open game plan. We can delete that one. I wonder if we should support deleting plans from here. And then we can maybe even have it prompt I deleted this one. Terminal integration can be deleted as well. The learning stay. What is this game plan? Oh, I see. This is just outlining the entire app. Okay, what do we have? Two things are happening here, and only one is fully in our control. SwiftTerm parses SGR, but does not render it on macOS. That's why your placeholder text isn't gray in the app, even though it is in Terminal app. This is a SwiftTerm limitation, verifiable but in its source. Dim is set but never used in rendering. The missing dark prompt box suggests Codex is not emitting the same ANSI background sequence in your app session. That usually means it's choosing a simpler UI mode based on the environment detection. Your in-app shell does not have the same environment as Terminal. For example, term program, term session ID, etc. So Codex likely behaves differently. If you want to try to match Terminal app's UI mode, the lowest effort change is to set these environment. Sure, this is a spoof, not a faction. Yeah, but many command line interfaces use it only for UI decisions. Okay, if you want the gray text to render properly, regardless of codecs, that requires patching SwiftTerm to apply dim, for example, reduce alpha on the foreground color. Let's try number one first. Let's try spoofing first. Okay, oh actually I didn't check. What do we have here? YouTube. While Codex is working, we can check if we missed anything here. All good. Let's put it down a little more. And dial this one up. Spoofing still applying? Yeah. Alrighty. Back to here. Let's see, spoofing still working. All right. And then I'm really, really curious if we can get to the codecs styling to work, then it will be better, because this really looks like we are writing. It looks like a bug. It's not, but let's see. Okay, iSpoof terminal app. Try launching it again. Okay, let's see. Fingers crossed. No, it didn't work. Oh boy. Okay, relaunched it. Didn't change a thing. Other ideas. I learned that you can read and download the entire documentation of Swift term with this command. Let me give it the command. This one. I don't want to fork it. Applying a local patch in Swift term checkout less clean. No. I don't want to make changes to the. You want me to run that download here? I'll need to do it with escalated permission because it uses network access. Say the word. Yes, download it to gain full context of Swift terms capabilities. That looks good. What is HTT rack? Is it natively RC? Failed because isn't installed command on file. If you want me to proceed, I can install likely via homebrew, but that requires not. HTT rack homebrew. Let's see if it exists. Oh yeah. Okay, do it. HTT rack, install it. Fine by me. Yes. Alright, hopefully you can gain the whole context of all of this stuff here. Color. And so on. And then, yeah, proceed. Let's see. This might take a moment. 80% context left. We can hit compact to summarize after he's done. Okay, what else? Grok. What's the easiest way to host a static website that allows for integrating for me to sell a file via Stripe. Make file download accessible after Stripe. After payment via Stripe. For example, I got a macOS app I want to sell. So I want to host a static website that allows you to just like say, oh, I want to buy this and check out. I'm not sure if Gumroad would be just the easiest way to do that, you know? Oh, I don't remember. The download started, but it hit the 10-second timeout. I see Swift term docs created with lock, so it's mid-mirror. Do you want me to resume the HTTP download with a longer timeout? Yes. do that. Brah, Junior, hey, what's up? And proceed. What's the timer limit? Okay, anybody saying anything? Not really. Maybe something. Got a terminal running now natively. Oh yeah, Thomas. Okay, we made a small improvement here because now we are respecting let's do this. Do we have any cool, oh yeah, like this. Something that looks cooler when I want to show it off. Let's do it like that. We can get rid of this. Cool terminal colors. Open it via GIFSky. And then convert, we can do 18. This is gonna be not that big. Yeah, it's pretty small. Actually, because of it, we can increase the size too for better quality. Let's see, is it still working on it? Would you like to run resume downloading such as request network access? Yeah. Whoops. I want to say yes, not compact. Okay. Whoopsies. This looks better. Okay, 11111. Oh, what do we got here? Where are we? Where are we? Here. So we said we can now use codecs from the Markdown viewer. Okay. Now the terminal respects your color settings. Quality of life improvement. Quality of life improvement. Inner terminal respects your color and formatting settings. I'm just going to keep this thread going, so you can just click on it and see how it is evolving. See, working on implementing a terminal into my Markdown viewer, so I can ask codecs to improve it. Yeah, so we worked on a game plan and we made it work, and then we improved it from there. It didn't work with codecs, but the terminal was there. And then it worked with codecs, and then we improved the formatting. So that's good progress. We can quit that, we can delete that, we don't need that, don't need for this or this. We tweeted all of this. Cool. Download complete. The docs are in SwiftTerm docs. Okay, if you want, tell me what you'd like to inspect or change based on the docs. Did you read all the docs? And if no, read them. If yes, think about how best to support the terminal formatting that codecs is doing. Oi. Oi. Click to read your unread notifications.